Let next we discuss about the installing software protection in the different platforms as like Windows, Linux, and VMware. First, we discuss about Windows. Some of the free antivirus packages for Windows are available from the following websites as Avesta, Clamav, free.avg, malwarebytes.org. Some free anti-spyware packages are also available from superantispyware.com or lavasoft.com, and free tool rootkit detection tools are also available from safernetworking.org, microsoft.com. As a first step, always we need to update the antivirus database to the latest releases even if they were newly installed, and we must enable automatic updates for the Windows platform for the software protection. In Linux, the antivirus malware market for Linux is considerably smaller than the Windows. Hence there are fewer offerings of both free and pay solutions. Some of the free antivirus packages for Linux are available from clama.net, free.avg.com. Linux packages in general are less trunky than Windows. For example, we can install Clama on Ubuntu with the following command as given below. Similarly, on Red Hat Linux, we can search and install Clama using yum extender. To update the Clama antivirus signature database twice a day, use the following command to do that one. Given command freshcom-d-c2. The freshcom command does an immediate update if invoked with no arguments. To run a ClamOut scan on the entire file system, kindly use the given command asterisk clam scan dash or slash. The best way to verify an ISO or downloaded data into run an hash against it. An hash is the output of a program that calculates a unique digital value for a block of program or data. Even a single bit change can significantly change hash values. So these are the commands and a few websites for the software protection in the Linux platform. Let's see about VMware. The VMware infrastructure which is in ESXi release content no other OS codes, generally requires no antivirus or anti-malware on its own. However, the guest VM operating system requires the same protection that you would offer any operating system. Let's discuss the last topic of this particular module and this video, configuring firewall. Firewall setup is dedicated to a specialized with vendor certification. However, it is useful to expose to how firewall configuration is performed, which is similar to a network switch configurations. From time to time, uncertified network administrators and other security professionals will be called upon to verify the firewall configurations. Let's see an example for configuring an Cisco ASA 5000 series firewall. A window host is used as a console terminal, which connects it directly to the firewall using the Cisco console rollover cable if the system has a serial port. Otherwise, we can use an USB to serial patch the cable attached to the console cable. On the Windows, we have to choose a start, all program accessories and system tool, from the system tool to hyper terminal. Assuming the connection is set up by default, the commands looks like following. Here it can show that the VLAN 2 and VLAN 3 have been used over there. VLAN 2 for inside, and VLAN 3 for outside has been used over there. And meanwhile, the ports have been assigned for the VLAN 2 with a speed of 100 megabits per second, as well as VLAN 3 ports also assigned over here. So these are the commands which shows how to connect the firewall setup, assuming that the connection is set up by a default, which is going to be shown clearly with this code. uh, the port 1 and 2 are configured and associated with the VLANs at 100 megabits per second, full duplex. By convention, VLAN 1 is avoided because it exists on all Cisco switches. This virtual local area networks VLANs 2 and 3 only we have been used over there in this commands given over here. Let's discuss about communication on VLAN interfaces are denied by default. So access rule must be established to enable the communication. The following command configure access rules for the straightforward network. So which have been given over here. And access limit into out which have been defined with the rule allowing with the particular ports, the internal host 10.10.10.100.0/24 to communicate an HTTP, HTTPS and DNS protocols with any addresses. The access list command defines the rule, and the access group command assigns the rules on the interface inside. The useful command line, actually, if you're going to see that the access list command defines the rules, and the access group command assigns the rules on the interface inside. An external maintenance IP addresses is allowed to connect to any host inside the network using SSH. That rule is applied to the interface outside. Cisco has an practical, useful command line feature. The Cisco console display all the available options for the next argument and retypes your practical or partial command at the next prompt. These are the two setup shun of an outside host and then remove it. So these are the use this commands we can do those things. And usually it blocks an address range by using the 0 as a wildcard. Search the firewall command reference for additional operations. Make sure that the command applies to your specific firewall model number, as commands vary significantly even within one series of devices. Increasingly, most outbound traffic is destined from port number 80 for HTTP and port number 443 for SSL. Due to firewall conventions, most inbound connections are denied. Malware takes advantages of this fact to dissect malicious connections by originating them from inside networks and using the port 80 and 443. So these are the configuration techniques to protect the system from the external entry. So this firewall configuration provides the protection for the system configuration. So in this video, we have come across with installing system protections, anti-malwares with antivirus, anti-spyware, firewall, intrusion detection, prevention, blacklisting, real-time integrity check, then policy scanning, periodic policy scanning, rootkit detection, and finally patch managements. And we have come across with the Cisco example of Cisco AS 5000 series firewall configuration. So hope that this video may be helpful for you to understand about the system protection and the firewall configurations. So if you have any queries, kindly you can raise it to me. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.